Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2 CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. It's week 70, and these are the digs our diggers have for us today. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply head on over to the Patreon page linked in the video description. Now without further ado, let's begin. First up, Paul Scheer dug up WINGAMES /strategy/mother12. For some reason, this is making me think that it's going to be like a tank game, just because it's in the strategy folder, and I don't know, I'm thinking like Mother of all games, which would be Scorched Earth, but this can't be Scorched Earth. We do have a lot of WAV files here, and a setup. Mother of all battles, public domain, version 1.2b, copyright February 94. So a common thing that, let me just minimize some stuff here. Oh, I can't even maximize that. A common thing that people made a mistake with, because this was back at the time when you couldn't easily look up like rules and laws and stuff on the internet or whatnot, but a common mistake is confusing public domain and copyright as being like two things that could coexist together, although that kind of doesn't work. The idea of putting something in the public domain means that you're making it so that anyone can use it for any purpose. So you're sort of bypassing your right to copyright in a sense. So yeah, it's weird when people do this. Yeah, I mean, look, even it says right here, for a fully working copy, said £10. Like, if you're gonna limit it, then it's not public domain. Jeez. Anyways, let's see what the rules say. Introduction. Mother of all battles is a game for 1 to 6 human or computer players. The object of the game is to destroy all the opposition's pieces by exploring new territory and capturing as many neutral and enemy cities as you can in order to build more of your own pieces. Okay, so it sounds like basic resource stuff, I'm guessing. Well, that's weird. It doesn't really maximize, sort of. Huh. Okay, that's very odd. You're allowed to change the vertical resolution as much as you want. Oh wait, there goes the horizontal. The horizontal resolution is limited. Oh, that's very weird. Well, let's get it centered in the screen here at least. And minimize that. Okay, file new. Yeah, file new. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, so maybe I should put some more computer I'm not allowed to. In fact, everything is locked here. I'm guessing until you register or something. I will actually be green. Just so that I, green, easy, red, bad. I don't know. Gem.game. Oh, that's why it had it on the side, because it actually had some windows it wanted to show there. Okay. So, city information. Paris, tanks in 4 days. Okay. What do I want to build? I guess might as well build some armies. And now it's my turn to move this particular piece, I'm guessing. And now I have another piece. Marseilles. Oh, I'll build fighters. Why not? This is a very tiny island. How am I supposed to... Okay, I finally got some fighters here. Okay, so the fighters just, Oh, there we go. Can the fighters actually not do anything? I'm confused. Okay, part of the problem here is that it's automatically, like... It automatically selects a unit to move, and then anywhere you click, you're moving that unit. And it doesn't make sense to me, like, how you're supposed to override that. Yeah, I'm watching the gameplay itself right now. It does look like there's quite a bit to this, but... Oh wow, I won without even doing it on my own accord. Okay, so that was Mother of all battles. This looks like a strategy game which has some stuff to it, but it's kind of weird just trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing. I mean, there's a lot of different units. I mean, when I highlight them, it even tells me like where they're being produced from here, because this is the production queue here. And then piece info for your current pieces. I don't know what rankings means, but I don't know. There seems to be a lot to this, so I think people who are into strategy games might find some enjoyment here, but as we all know, I'm absolutely terrible at strategy games, so most I could say is that this looks like it does have a lot to it. It's just kind of weird how it interfaces with the auto-selection of pieces and everything. Next up, Matthew Belshin dug up WINGAMES /comp/PHONFUN. Part of me feels like this might have something to do with phones, but then why wouldn't they just put in PHONFUN? Because PHONFUN would only be like 8 letters, it would fit. Instead we have FONFUN. Oh wait, FONFUN. Like phonetics? Or phonics? Oh wait, there's actually a Phonic 1.exe there. Okay, so we got some kind of phonics game then. Do you have any... There's a register.wave? Maybe like a cache register? I don't see any other files, so let's run it.
Please register your shareware.
Yeah, that's... You always gotta have those people, someone saying, please register your shareware, or something like that. Anywho, we have Fun with Phonics. Unregistered shareware version, Nissan Ventures, 1995. So... Well, this says print registration form. Hopefully it just shows it on the screen.
Register your shareware.
No, it just wants to print it. Oh, well, we can see right here, Nissan Ventures was a British Columbia company. Probably like a 1 or 2 man team, I'm guessing. Well, let's try that again.
Register your shareware.
Kind of hard to do nowadays. At least with something this old. So, I'm guessing, like...
Please register your shareware.
Okay, then. So, Fun with Phonics. Do you know the missing letters? Say the word out loud, press the missing letter key. That would be an F.
This is easy.
And that would be a B.
All right.
That would be an E.
Excellent.
That would be an S.
Okie dokie.
There's a lot of them. Crazy. Or no, wait, is this doing it again? It's giving me the same thing again?
Excellent.
I got a funny feeling there aren't a lot of, selections here. I'm kind of imagining in the back of my head right now, the guy who... Whatever kid did the voice work here is probably watching this video right now and is completely embarrassed with himself. Oh, that's an S for son.
This is easy.
Actually, let's see what the bad ones sound like when you get it wrong.
Sorry, try again. Sorry, try again. Let's try a different one. Sorry, try again. Sorry, try again. Let's try a different one.
Okay, so it only gives you like 2 shots. Let's try a different one. Brings up the same one again.
Please register your shareware.
Also, I've noticed that the game is not designed to run an 800 by 600 resolution. I mean, everything's up in the corner, but the window's been designed to be a modal window without the buttons for minimizing, maximizing, resizing, etc. So it's taking up the full screen, but only using like the 640 by 480 portion. And I didn't get a choice in the matter. Maybe this one will be a little more tricky.
Shareware.
Oh, I'm not allowed to access that part of the program without the, So what can I access then?
Register your shareware.
Not that one.
Register your shareware. Please register your shareware.
Okay, so the only section you can access is this first one. And everything else is like, please register. And it is kind of dumb too that there doesn't seem to be a way to bring up the registration info on screen. You have to print it, which seems kind of counterintuitive. Like, I mean, if we quit back to, yes, I want to quit. Like, there's no file here that has the registration info in it. Like, even if we go here and open this text file, it tells us where to write to, but it's not telling us, like, how much this particular program costs to register. The only way to get that info is to print it. That's just weird. Actually, what does this pack.exe do? Oh. It's just the, okay, that's kind of weird. It's basically all of these files right here, just put into a... Oh, that's hilarious. You know, that kind of stuff does happen with this Shareware CD, though, where it's like, oh, we just unzipped everything, so now we're just going to include the archive we downloaded along with all the unzipped files. Anywho, that was fun with Phonics. It's extraordinarily basic and doesn't really have a lot of variety to it. I imagine if it had these other modes, like, I don't know, very basic, but at least it works. Like, I mean, that's more than can be said for some of the stuff we've seen here. And before we get to Captain Crazy Hat's successful dig, he did have a failed dig. WINGAMES /WC/shotgun. This one failed for a pretty simple reason. Oh wait, here we go, Albert Ashton. Yeah, this is starting to look familiar. Yeah, we've already seen this game. It's just, maybe this is like an older version or something. Yeah, we've already seen this game. So, failed dig. We'll go look up another one. Captain Crazy Hat's successful dig is WINGAMES /unclassified /life3000. Who wants to bet life algorithm? That's what I'm expecting here. It's probably a life algorithm program. Thank you for trying out Life 3000 version 1.01. Version prefixes bugs that prevented Procreate in one cycle from working. Okay. Also fixed frame redraw bug and other minor bug fixes. It almost sounds like it's talking about, like, a game. Well, technically, the life algorithm is considered, like, a game of life, but... yeah, the word generations there, this is sounding like a life algorithm thing. Made by someone called David Bunnell. March 25th, 1992. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, this definitely looks like a life algorithm thing. Gonna guess maximize fails. Maximize succeeds. Okay, we finally got a program that maximizes properly. So... wait, world? Okay. So, default world size is 42, because of course. Oh, now this is interesting. You can actually adjust the algorithm. Now, there's a very particular reason why the life algorithm uses the numbers it does, and that's because it's what results in the most interesting patterns. Like, if you adjust these numbers, you're going to get some very... you're either going to get some very unusual situations, which will just cause the entire board to just fill up, or you're going to end up with an algorithm that barely sustains itself. So... oh, and there's also a mutations function here. So I'm guessing this makes it so that things can actually change. Like, a cell will, like, go active when it's not supposed to. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, this is good. We can actually change the colors here. So... why don't we make the cells cyan and the background dark blue? Cool. Okay, so I could just draw into it, and then there it goes. That's the slow speed? Oh, duh, that's the speed adjust right here. Although it doesn't let you adjust it that finely tuned. Like, you only have to go down a few notches there, and it's already going super slow. Oh, that's neat. It actually does detect repeating situations. Okay, so let's actually see what happens if we got mutations active here. So... let's clear the field here. Yeah, all mutations seems to do is put a random pixel on the field every moment. It's kind of a weak gimmick. Because it'd be more interesting if it'd be like a random chance for like a cell that already exists to like create an additional cell that it shouldn't. Or for a cell that already exists to like disappear. Just having it sort of randomly put cells all over the place kind of doesn't feel like much of anything. Because sooner or later it's just going to clear the field, right? Just from the way the algorithm works. Okay, fine, prove me wrong. Anywho, let's actually stop everything here. Let's turn off the mutations. And let's actually play with these, just so I can demonstrate. Let's say you needed, instead of a max 3, let's say the max on the birth neighbors is 4 here. Now watch what happens. You see what's happening here? Because of the way the algorithm is, it's never, ever going to result in a stable state or just anything less than total chaos. Or let's do it the other way. Let's say if we make the birth neighbors 2 to 3. And try this again. Just put some random pixels down. And go. See? It's pretty much just swapping between states now. Or let's make it more restrictive. Let's make it 4 out of 4 for the birth neighbors. Put some random pixels down. And start it up. And it's gone. Or instead of affecting the birth neighbors, let's put the survival neighbors between 2 and 4 instead of 2 and 3. And put some random pixels down. And yeah, once again, you're seeing it just creates a whole mess. Although it's kind of interesting, it's sort of creating a sort of like maze-type pattern. Although this one over here doesn't seem to... And that one, they don't seem to want to cooperate. Actually, that is one of the interesting things about doing cellular algorithms like this, is that there are ways to make some pretty interesting stuff if you have better control over your cells. There was a program that I used a lot in the past. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was basically a cellular automation program that you could really customize, like to an insane degree. So you could make like all kinds of rule sets for like different kinds of cells and stuff. And you could actually make like algorithms that could solve mazes or even create mazes. And you could like do algorithms that would like one of the favorites I did was to make like Boolean logic algorithms. So it would actually like create like a wire. You'd create a wire between things and there'd be like gates that would function like actual logic gates. So it's possible to do some pretty crazy stuff with this. But as you can see, the life algorithm wasn't really meant for minor changes like this. So, like, I mean, maybe if we played around with this like a lot, we might find something, but given how much of a breakthrough the original life algorithm was, I don't think we'll have much luck in just a few minutes of tinkering with this. And you can actually change the size of the grid, so that's cool too. Anywho, that is Life 3000, a pretty competent life algorithm simulation. It runs at a very decent speed, has the proper automation, optimizations necessary for that, has a whole bunch of features to it. This is actually pretty decent. The only question is, how much did the guy want for it? $15. Or $30 and you get the source code. You know what? For a program like this, for when this was made, when was this made? 1992 even. So yeah, for when this was made, that's actually pretty decent.
Please register your shareware. Please register your shareware. Please register your shareware.